The fire crackles, sparks fly up, reaching for the star-dusted sky. Out here in the heart of the wilderness, the night is alive. It whispers and groans, it holds its breath, watching us. I've faced nature's fury before, but there's something about the darkness that chills you to the bone. Tonight, I'll share a story about the night the forest trembled. We huddled closer to the warmth, faces illuminated by the flickering flames. The forest held its breath, listening along with us. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. The air, still warm from the day, carried the sweet scent of pine and damp earth. We had set up camp by a crystal-clear lake, its surface mirroring the fading light. Laughter echoed through the trees as we set up our tents and gathered firewood. We were young, full of life, and oblivious to the darkness that lurked just beyond our campfire's light. As darkness fell, so did the temperature, plunging the forest into a chilling embrace. The once vibrant forest transformed into an eerie silhouette, shadows stretching and twisting in the dim light, the trees looming over us like watchful giants. Their branches began making loud creaking sounds, setting an ominous tone in the darkness. Along with the creaking from the trees, the silence was broken by the crackling fire and our own hushed voices, all of which seemed to be swallowed by the surrounding darkness. We shared stories and jokes, trying to ignore the growing unease that seemed to seep from the shadows, each tale more outlandish than the last. The wind picked up, rustling the leaves and sending shivers down our spines, as if the forest itself was whispering secrets to us while still creaking their branches. Then we heard a low, guttural growl that seemed to come from the depths of the forest, a sound that made our hearts race and our imaginations run wild. And what is happening? We all thought. Suddenly the ground beneath us began to tremble. It was as if the very earth was awakening from a deep slumber, sending ripples of unease through the forest. It started subtly, a barely perceptible vibration. At first, we thought it might be our imagination, a trick of the mind in the stillness of the night. Earthquakes were unheard of in these parts. Was this an earthquake or something else? Then it intensified, shaking our tents and rattling our supplies. The once gentle tremor grew into a forceful quake, making the ground beneath us feel unstable. Fear gripped us as we scrambled to our feet, our eyes darting around in the darkness, searching for the source of the tremors. The forest, usually a place of solace, now felt menacing and unpredictable. The tremors stopped as abruptly as they had started. One moment the ground was alive with movement, and the next, it was eerily still. We were left in stunned silence, our hearts pounding in our chests. The sudden stillness was almost as unsettling as the tremors themselves. We listened intently, but the only sound was the now frantic beating of our own hearts. Even the creaking of the tree branches had stopped. The forest seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for something more to come. We spent the rest of the night huddled around the fire, too scared to sleep, our eyes constantly scanning the darkness beyond the reach of the flames. Every creak of a branch, every rustle of leaves, sent a jolt of fear through us. As the hours ticked by, the tremors returned, each time stronger than the last. The earth seemed to buck and heave beneath us, as if some colossal beast was trying to break free from its slumber. Was that guttural growl we heard earlier some large beast? We all wondered, but none of us really wanted to find out. Just when we thought the terrifying night would never end, the first rays of dawn broke through the darkness, casting a gentle light over the forest. The transformation was almost magical, as the shadows retreated and the world around us began to wake up. With the coming of daylight, the tremors subsided and the forest fell silent. The eerie noises that had haunted us through the night were replaced by the soft rustling of leaves and the distant calls of morning birds. It was as if the forest itself was taking a deep breath, relieved that the night was over. We packed up our camp as quickly as we could, eager to escape the eerie silence of the forest. Our movements were hurried, driven by a mix of fear and relief. The memory of the night's events urged us to leave, but the beauty of the dawn made us pause, if only for a moment, to appreciate the serenity that had returned. We never discovered what caused the tremors that night. The mystery remained unsolved, a puzzle that the forest kept to itself. It was a reminder that some things in nature are beyond our understanding, and perhaps that's how it should be. But the memory of that night, the night the forest trembled, has stayed with us, a chilling reminder of the raw power that lies at the heart of nature. It was a night that tested our courage and our resolve, and one that we would never forget. We reached for our backpacks, eager to leave the unsettling silence of the forest behind. Each step we took away from the campsite felt like a step towards safety, towards the familiar and the known. Up the road a bit, we stopped at a gas station and they didn't hear or feel anything resembling an earthquake. Remember, nature is a powerful force. Respect it, never underestimate it. The events of that night were a stark reminder of the unpredictability of the natural world and the importance of being prepared for anything. And always be prepared for the unexpected. Whether it's a sudden storm, a wild animal, or the ground shaking beneath your feet, nature has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. Stay vigilant, stay respectful, and always be ready for whatever comes your way. Now someone please pass me the marshmallows. It's s'mores time.